Hello and welcome to LSMN Game of the Week here on YouTube. I'm Brendan Selke, and tonight we have some Friday Night Lights action between the Lewisville Fighting Farmers and the Flower Mound Jaguars. As we just get kickoff straight underway here, we have a pretty good matchup here for the third straight year here on LSMN, as Lewisville's coming in here winning the past two games in the past 2 years. I mean, it's looked to set the same way as Flower Mound's had a bit of a rough start to the season this year, going 0-3. As they've been outscored from 113 to 59. I mean, after last season, they had a pretty good year, 4-3 in district, obviously made it to the playoffs, but lost in the first round. This year, they've had a bit of a defensive issue in the secondary. As we get a run of first play here, there by Ellison. It's going to be a big running attack here for Lewisville. You'll keep seeing those runs as they've basically been running the ball a ton this year so far. They have a pretty good quarterback in Terrell. They just like to run the ball because Terrell is a dual threat quarterback. And then for Lewisville's side, you're going to obviously for that offensive fight, it's been great. It's always been great. They have a very deep core line, a bunch of seniors up front. I mean, it's going to be a huge running game. Flower Mound's got a lot of handle on defense. As Terrell takes a snap, fakes the handoff, quick little, and it's barely caught there by Johnson. Seems to lose a couple yards here on third down. So we have third down and 6. Terrell's getting the play set up. Big third down here to start the game. As Lewis goes in motion. Terrell fakes, runs, scrambles out of the pocket. There's a bit of room and just gets struggled up there by the Flower Mound defense. As Lewisville goes 3 and out on their first drive. As now the punt team comes out for Lewisville. As now Moss is ready to take the kick. Good first drive here on defense by Flower Mound. Kind of stunned this great Lewisville offense as they scored 44 points their last game. Kicking has some open space here for the 50. Cuts back, makes a move, but is able to get tackled down there by number 15, Consigo. I mean, a great start here for Flower Mound as they are now going to have the ball in midfield after a quick 3 and out from the Lewisville offense. Jags have opened up district play great here. Going to have to make up some ground, obviously, in here in district play after the rough non-district schedule they had. So now that's Yale Erdman at quarterback, the senior. Saw a bit of him last year as he was taking a bit, split the snaps. So their first play is a run here. Actually, Walker Mulkey, the wide receiver that also can run the ball. He's definitely going to be their dual threat guy. That's their big guy in offense. 6'1", 190. He was a leader last year as well, now in his senior year. Little hitch play as they run outside here by Statterfield. Statterfield cuts and almost did he get the first down? And yes, he did. Just barely. As Erdman ready to take the snap here. Jensen's in motion. Erdman hands it off. Tries to find some open space there as Wells. Taken down by number 33, Carter. Definitely going to see a lot of movement here for Yale Erdman. He's a bit of a letter guy, 196-1 quarterback. There's been a lot of run plays as he scrambles out right here. Has a guy over the top, just drops it there is Watson. Now it's going to be a long third down here for the Jags offense. Just going to be a lot of motion plays, especially on both sides. Lewisville's more of that running type offense they have with Terrell and, of course, Elson. And then on Flower Mound side, you're definitely going to see a few more throws by Erdman. He's a good senior quarterback back there. But you're still going to see a lot of running out of the pocket, definitely more of a scramble quarterback. As they now go empty backfield here on 3rd and 9. As Erdman takes a step and decides to scramble out, trying to spook the Lewisville defense here. Now is that taken down by Mason Johnson. See if Flower Mound's going to go for this here. They're going to bring out the kick, but they decide to stay on the field as it's going to be about a 4th and 4. As Addison Wells comes back in the game. Guy in motion. Quick pass out to Mulkey there, but he gets taken down quickly there by the Lewis defense, as that's Perez there, as they get the quick turnover on downs. Farmon did a little bit better than the Lewisville offense on their first drive as they get a first down, but then gets stopped instantly by this Lewisville defense. As now basically Lewisville gets the ball right back where they had it on the kickoff. As Terrell comes back here, the junior quarterback who also played last year as a sophomore. Finds a gap here. As Xavier Lewis finds a bit of a hole there, able to gain 4 yards. See up front that Lewisville O-line is just a big group of guys. They're going to be the key this year. They're going to definitely open up some holes there for Lewis and Terrell on the running end. And if they do decide to throw once in a while, pocket definitely won't collapse. That's a good O-line they have. So move guys in motion more here. Still to Lewis. Lewis finds a gap. Lewis is open downfield, goes to the 40. It's the 40 here down the sideline and gets pushed out right about the 31-yard line. As they're actually going to say he stepped out here at the 37. Quick run once again here. You just see a lot of motion in the backfield, kind of catching the Flower Mound defense on their toes. Terrell takes the snap again. It's a handoff to Lewis once again. He finds another huge gaping hole here to the 30. See, bit of a fumble there at the line of scrimmage, but able to find his footing and hit the gap. Now it's going to be a short 2nd down here. Could see a throw play down at the end zone. Like you usually see those on the short yards on the 2nd down. Terrell takes a snap here, fakes the handoff, has a guy open in the middle of the field, and it's caught here for the touchdown by Garcia Johnson. There's that long pass play straight open in the middle of the field. Just gets by the safety, and it's an early touchdown for the Farmers. As here it is, fake the handoff on the play action play, open in the middle of the field. That is Johnson there, is just able to find some space. Excuse me, I think that was Lamar Kirby, number 9 for the Farmers, as he gets the touchdown here. Quick into the first quarter, 6 minutes. As they now get the PAT as well. And the Farmers go up 7-0. After our first drive that didn't amount to much, now they get a quick second drive here that kind of just goes downfield quickly. A few runs by Lewis get bolt yardage, and then they get a small 2nd down opportunity, and they go deep. Terrell straight to Kirby over the top. As now you can see Bazell's talking to his team, and then so is Michael Olden, the head coach for Lewisville. It's a great season for Lewisville so far. They've been 2-1. Their only loss coming to a Highland Park team that is a very good team. So I mean, last week before the bye, actually, they played Mesquite. They completely dominated the game, 44-7. Obviously for Flower it's not been the best. Haven't won a game. Lost to Fossil Ridge, 37-21. And they went to Lake Highlands, lost by 10 points. And then they went to McKinney and lost by 4+ possessions. It's just not been the best so far. Offense and defense really not clicking. Trying to rebound here in the start of district play. Hasn't gone the best as Lewisville got an early touchdown here in the first quarter. As I said earlier, Lewisville has been dominated this series the past 2 years. Flower Mound's last win against Lewisville was in 2019. So they go for the squib kick opportunity here. They picked up at the 35. Kind of pushes this guy over there, trying to find some space, and goes down around the 37. As number 2 Welch picks that one up. A 8-yard turn there, get the ball just before the 40-yard line, but at the 38. We saw a lot of play action type plays from this Flower Mound offense the first time around. Definitely going to look out for Caden Jensen, their big tight end there, 82. He's right now situated on the right side of that formation. He's definitely going to be their leader. Soon as Walker Mulkey, there's definitely going to be a lot of pass plays here for this Flower Mound offense. Handed off here on the first play, finds a bit of a gap. Gets pushed back by this Lewisville defense, about a 5-yard gain. That's Peyton Porter there with the run. As they take a snap again, rolls out. Is Yardman, finds Jensen here. A little hitch play as he breaks a couple tackles too as well and is still going downfield. Took about 4 farmers to take him down. There's Jensen. You see a lot of that big tight end up front. Gain of 16 yards there on that pass play. Going quick here. Yardman hands it off to Porter. Porter finds some space on the right side, gets taken down after a quick 4-yard gain. Lewisville's been stumbles here on defense. Flower Mound's moving quick here. So now taking their time. As Erdman takes the snap and he runs it for himself, finds some open space, and I think he's going to reach the first down there. Going to see a lot of that. I mean, it's just going to be a lot of movement in the pocket there by Erdman. He's going to find his way to scramble out or roll out, a lot of play action plays. They're going to call it third and about almost an inch, couple inches. Formation, a quick run here, and just a huge gap up the middle for Porter. And he's able to easily get the first down. Just this Flower Mound O-line just working through this Lewisville defensive line. As Erdman takes the snap once again, hands it off to Porter here. Porter breaks a couple more tackles, finding some gaps here in this O-line, able to get through. A few chunk plays so far. Going to be a 6-yard gain on first down. Just to make a couple of adjustments here. Switching running back as Addison Wells comes back out. And Walker Mulkey comes back in too. And Addison Wells moves back out, and you got Mulkey in the backfield now. Now running back and wide receiver move there. He's very talented. Lined up behind Erdman. And takes the snap, gives it off to Mulkey. Mulkey has some space on the right side of the field here. Cuts in, leaps over, and is able to easily get the first down once again. This Flower Mound offense is moving. There's now Wells seems to be situated in the backfield now as Mulkey moves out to the wide receiver. So they now move the ball. Fake off to Yardman here. Takes it for a couple yards. Here on 2nd and goal. As Erdman gets 2. As well comes back out for Porter. As Erdman's only passed it once here on this drive for that 16-yard gain there by Jensen. See if they try to dial one up here on 2nd and goal. As they fake the handout, it's a run here for Erdman. Erdman tries to find the edge, and he just misses it at the 1-yard line. He's down at the 1. Another run there by Erdman. Definitely have him moving early. They might see maybe a run here by Porter. They do hand it off, and that's Mulkey actually who gets into the end zone for a Flower Mound touchdown. And that's Mulkey. Going to have a huge game tonight if Flower Mound's going to win this one. As Flower Mound gets their first punt of the game. I mean, just a great drive by Flower Mound. I mean, Lewisville really had nothing to stop it. Kind of just worked their way downfield. As now Candelario takes the kick here. And it's up and good, and this game is tied at 7 here early with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Great drive by the Jags. I mean, kind of just worked their way downfield all the way from the 37. Combination of a lot of run plays, but they also had that big 16-yard pickup there on that play action pass to Jensen. So that was a 6-play drive. Kind of just worked their way downfield. Quick 1-yard touchdown run there. I mean, kind of just ended on a bunch of run plays, and it kind of worked. Mulkey had a few, and then, of course, Erdman had a couple at quarterback. I mean, they kind of just mixed up those run plays there, especially with Porter and Allison, of course. I mean, Flower Mound's definitely been running the ball well. Same for both sides here. Of course, that Lewisville touchdown came on that pass play, but it was basically set up because of how well they were running the ball on that. Of course, it was a play action pass touchdown. Now Amar Jarber is going to take the kick here. And they're going to take it out here, about 2 yards in the end zone. Finds some open space, breaks a couple tackles, breaks a few more. Down at the 30, finds some space downfield here to the 50, all the way to the 40, to the 30. Cuts back in here to the 10. Will he get in? And he will, and that's a touchdown there for Jaden Hardy. All the way from 2 yards in the end zone, all the way to the Flower Mound end zone. So you can see he cuts back in here. Hardy, that is, and just gets in. There's the kick return touchdown for the Farmers. Well, there does seem to be a flag on the field, though. See what they call. It could be. It's going to be a holding on Lewisville. So this play is going to get taken back here. It's going to be at the 45-yard line on the Flower Mound side of the field. So Lewisville is going to lose about 45 yards in the score. but still going to have the ball in good field position here for Terrell. Moves this guy closer. He hands it off. Here, Strahler. Strahler finds some space. Cuts back in. So Lewisville gets a quick first down here. As Terrell's going to look back to his coach, see what they want to do here. Kind of take their time here after that quick run play there by Allison. Terrell takes a snap, hands it off to Allison here once again. Finds some open space, is able to get a 5 yards there on first down. They break a couple tackles. As now Lewisville's got their offense moving a bit here. As Lewisville definitely seems to be trying to control their pace a little here. Nearing the end of the first quarter here, tied 7-7, 1:30 left on the clock. See if Lewisville's going to try to go for another long pass play here on a short second down. They give the handoff to Ellison instead, has some open space on the right side here. Breaks out to down to the 10, and a good tackle there by number 10, Lukening. Good tackle there on his end. Really stopped Ellison. If he was able to get by him, it easily would have been a touchdown there. Lewisville's definitely taking their time more here this drive. So the clock does stop since he got out of bounds. Swell has motion here. Fakes the handoff here for Terrell. Terrell makes a man miss almost. Still on his feet, and then the entire Flower Mound defense there is there for the tackle. As Terrell loses a yard there. Lewisville still able to get the first down here. Their first down being at about the 2-yard line. So about almost 35 seconds left here in this first quarter. As Lewisville's moving their guys out right. And then Kirby's moving out left. Maybe try some man coverage there on that left side. As Terrell fakes the handoff, moves inside here, has some open space, tries to ramp through a guy is Gibbs, and gets down at about the 4-yard line here on third down. It's going to be about 3rd and 2. And it's going to be the end of the first quarter here, as we're knotted up at 7-7 after 1, and we'll be right back here on the LSMN Game of the Week.
Looking for the new hot spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around, we've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
Welcome back here on the LSMN Game of the Week between the Flower Mound Jaguars and the Lewisville Fighting Farmers. After one, we're tied 7-7. After a pass touchdown on Lewisville from Kirby over the middle. And then a 1-yard rush on Flower Mound's end by Mulkey. Get the game tied up at 7-7. Lewisville has another chance to score here. So at 3rd and 2 here in about the 5-yard line. Able to get the first down still, of course. As Terrell hands it off to Elson. Elson finds a gap and scores. Touchdown Farmers. There's a huge gap there in his O-line. That's going to be their key there, as I talked about earlier. Just that O-line is going to be key for this Lewisville offense. You got some big guys up front. I mean, almost everyone up there is easily just moving, just much bigger than that Flower Mound D-line. Most of their O-line guys, you got Davis is big up front, and then you got Scotty Parker, who's 3'10". Kick it up the right side, and going to be 14-7 here for the Farmers. As they get right back on top. We're almost going to have a shootout here tonight if Flower Mound can get right back. And great drive by the Lewisville offense. Because they would definitely want more rush attack this time around. And only about a couple pass plays, but most of the time it was Elson there in the backfield making a couple man miss. And then, of course, Terrell, being that dual threat quarterback he is. As you can see, Coach Basil talking to his team there. Just trying to keep their heads up, of course. I mean, this team has definitely had a bit of a rough start to the season, but, I mean, they're competing against this good Lewisville team here so far. As Lewisville gets ready to take kickoff here again. See if they go for that little squib kick thing they did earlier. It's going to be Freddie Joya taking the kick here. See what they decide to do this time around. Tries to go from almost a little, see if that ball drops in there. Almost a bit of an onside attempt opportunity, but able to be picked up there by number 17, Gavin Cox. Yeah, and he made a good catch there and be able to, not even being able to see the ball, good over the shoulder catch. As Erdman's going to come back out here for another drive by Flower Mound. Gonna be their 3rd drive tonight. So get a guy in motion early here. Over to the right side, but it's going to be swallowed up by this Lewisville defense. Great pursuit. As it's Sotterfield there, tried to go open on the right side. Couldn't find any open space. It's tackled by number 44, Mason Johnson. Erman looks out right. Here's Satterfield once again, and it's still bottled up there by the Lewisville defense. So they're going to lose another yard here. As Deontay Moss able to make the tackle. It'll be a long 3rd down here. About 3rd and 13. No empty backfield. Gonna have Potter back there. Takes a snap, rolls out right. Erdman had Sotterfield, looks him off, and then tries to pass to him again, and he's just not ready for it. It's going to be a quick 3 and out for this Flower Mound offense. But great job on the Lewisville and really great pursuit. Sotterfield had a chance to have run down Fielding that right side, but they had great pursuit there. And then Sutterfield, another chance catching the ball that time on the other side of the field. Again, they're quick to him. Lewisville's defense made a great adjustments after that last drive Flower Mound had. As Lewisville's got 2 guys back here. See what kind of line up a blocker here in front. As he bottles it a little, able to pick it up. Tries to make a move, but is not going to be able to after he juggles it a little. As Johnson and Hardier will make the tackles there for Lewisville, as they're now going to get the ball back. They can get a 2-possession lead here. It's going to be huge and take some time off the clock, especially with the Jaguars receiving that second half kickoff. They're going to have to create some space here. The way this Lewisville offense has been moving, especially after that first drive where they didn't really go anywhere, 3 and out quickly. The past 2 drives have just been great. You're really just seeing how great that Lewisville offense is here so far, and Farmer's not really had an answer for it yet. So they hand it off to Elson here, finds another small gap, able to pick up 5 yards. Just a quick 5-yard gain. Lewisville still taking their time, as they did last drive. Kind of control the game in all aspects. Terrell now looks ready. As he moves Ellison up next to him. Now changing his side. Hands it off to Ellison. But Flower Mound at that time is ready for it as they have everyone surrounding him. Because now it looks like they're going to give Ellison about half an inch on the gain there. I mean, even if that, I don't courteous of them to even give him a bit of a gain there. So now it's going to be about 3rd down and 5. Still manageable for Lewisville. But a big 3rd down here for this Flower Mound defense. Need to get their offense back on the field. As Terrell takes a snap. Over the right, has a guy open the middle, and he just out its bottle, and it's caught. Error by Flower Mound, as that's number 7, Hardwell. Number 8, Ty Miller wasn't able to get his hands on it, and Hardwell was able to catch it midair. They're going to get it here with the 50-yard line. That's a big interception. If Farmont's going to want to win this game, they're going to have to be in control of that turnover battle. It's going to be huge for this Farmont offense. So now this Farmont offense is going to be able to work from the 50. Had a good second drive. That 3rd drive wasn't as great. So now they got a couple guys in motion. Hand it off to Allison. Allison fights for about 5 yards. Yeah, able to move through a couple guys. I mean, just a good gain there. As, of course, Farmont's moving quick, kind of trying to keep the pace up, trying to keep the Lewisville defense on their toes. As Erdman takes the snap, hands it off to Allison once again. He has a gap here through the middle. And he's still going. He's still on his feet. Lewisville not able to make the tackle. He's still up here. He's still fighting for yardage. Down at the 30. What a run. Just wouldn't go down. What a run there by Allison. He is pumped up, as he should be. As they're still lining up quickly here for Farmont after the huge gain. Even the lines markers aren't ready there. And they hand it off to Allison once again. Breaks a couple more tackles. I think that's Mulkey this time. And he makes a couple more tackles. This Lewisville defense is having a big issue with tackling here on this drive. Mulkey is pumped up as well as they get down to the 20 now. Farmont offense is moving well here on this drive. As now Allison is back in the backfield. They now got a guy moving. Fake the snap. Yardman tries to find some space but isn't able to. Erdman tried to find some space here. He's going to lose a couple here. It's going to be about 3rd and 4. As now Porter comes out for Lewisville. Definitely their bigger guy, especially maybe for some small yardage opportunities. Allison's more of the quicker guy for their running backs. Going to take their time a little bit more here. As Erdman hands it off, and he whirls out left, tries to find a guy, and he's able to. What a catch there by Mulkey. Usually that's Satterfield there at about the 10-yard line. Going to be a quick 13-yard gain there. And Farmound's moving well here after the pick there by Hardwell. Erdman quick to the line again, ready to take the snap. Moves out right. Erdman's got a group in front of him. Tries to find some space, is only able to gain a couple yards here on 1st down. As Porter's behind them. Porter's going to move to the left here. They're going to have Mulkey in the backfield this time. It's going to be a timeout here called here by Lewisville. As we're 2nd and goal, about 9 yards out. Farmers are up 14-7. Trying to get that defense straightened up, knowing that this is a big opportunity here for Flower Mound. They've just been driving. I mean, just a few big runs here by Addison Wells. And then, of course, you got your catches there by Satterfield there, that 13-yard gain they just had. So I'm sure Basil's talking over. I mean, this offense is having a great drive. I mean, Erdman's playing well, especially, you know, off those turnovers, you got to get those turnover points. When you get those picks or those fumble recoveries, you got to be able to score off them. That's a key part, especially for Flower Mound coming into this one. So they still have Mulkey in the backfield. Seems they're going to have Jensen, their tight end, backed up a little. They're going to have Satterfield out right. As they take the snap here and they give it to Mulkey. Mulkey tries to find some space, able to fight through. There's a couple flags on the play as Mulkey fights his way to the 1-yard line. We'll see what the flag's for. We've seen this early so far that just Flower Mound's been fighting through. I mean, Flower Mound's just, this whole drive, they've just been not wanting to go down, and Lewisville's really just had no stop for it so far. As the refs are really talking this one over. Now all 4 refs are kind of together talking. We're now just about to have the call. It's going to be a chop block there on Lewisville's side, and Flower Mound's going to get the 1st down, and they're going to be at the 1-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 8. We've definitely seen this early where they keep switching Mulkey and whoever the running back, either if it's Wells, he goes out to wide receiver, or they just take Porter out and Mulkey comes in the backfield. Mulkey's definitely been that dual threat on the wide receiver running back end. It seems to be working for this Flower Mound offense here early. It's kind of keeping that Lewisville defense on their toes. You can see that with their no huddle plays early. It's kind of trying to keep the momentum up. Flower Mound's really going to talk this one over. The ref's trying to settle things out as well. As, of course, Mulkey's still in the backfield. Mulkey trying to get his second touchdown on the night. Fakes the handoff here for Erdman, and Erdman tries to go in, and he will. They fake the handoff there to Mulkey, and Erdman gets in. So you can see here, just fights through. Those three guys on the line, is able to get in. It's going to be 14-13. Going to be tied up, bearing the PAT here. Good drive by Flower Mound, just really just fighting through that whole way. You just saw that Wells run for about 15-plus yards there. He was just not wanting to go down. You saw the same thing for Mulkey there on that play right before the touchdown. Erdman gets in for that 1-yard rush. And the kick is up and good, and the game is all tied up 14-14 halfway through this second quarter. I'm sure the Jags are very pleased with how they're playing coming into this one. Definitely, Lewisville's definitely a bit on their toes here. I mean, coming into this one, it didn't look like on paper that it was going to go Lewisville's way, but Flower Mound's played great early. Offense has been really good, kind of keeping Lewisville all mixed up, mixed in some run plays or switching Mulkey and Wells or putting in Porter there at running back, having Erdman run the ball a ton. And then even their defense has played good, only allowing, of course, Lewisville to score on 2 of their 4 possessions so far. Tight game here. You still got to remember that the Jags will receive the kick here in the second half. So if they can get a stop here and then get another score, that would be huge. I'm sure Lewisville is definitely going to, as they've been taking their time here, maybe they're going to want to work this clock out here in this second quarter. Flower Mound gets ready to take the kick here. It's going to be Jarber again. Back, this one is returnable. He stumbles it a little here, going back into the end zone, able to pick it up. And he runs out right, and he's just going to get bottled up there at the 2-yard line. Good special teams by Flower Mound. As it's Harwell there to make the tackle, who's having himself a night already with the pick. Now gets that tackle as well. I mean, Harwell special teams checked tonight, and the defense already checked tonight with the pick. He's having himself a night here even before the end of the first half. As now Lewisville is going to be backed up at their 3-yard line. Now Terrell's going to have to work in the end zone. See if Flower Mound tries to bring some pressure here to force that, maybe force that safety opportunity. There's going to be a bit of a gap here for Ellison, but he's not able to gain much. About a 2-yard gain. Get Lewisville some more space to work with here on second down. Be 2nd and 8. They're going to be taking their time here. They've been doing this so far early. Just kind of taking their time with their play calls, not trying to rush anything. Trying to really manage the clock and manage their game the way they want it. Now they have a guy in motion, that is Johnson. He hands it off to Ellison, finds a gap and is able to break through here for the first down. He's taken down there by Davis. It's a good run. Able to get the first down and plenty of space to work with now after getting down pinned at their own 3. Going to still take their time here. See if they mix enough throw here. Going to keep pounding the ball with Ellison maybe. And they mix in the throw. Terrell has plenty of time, finds the guy open the middle. He just bobbles it there as Cancino isn't able to make the catch. Patterson isn't able to make the catch. I mean, he had it there in plenty of space. just don't know. I mean, just a bit of kind of butterfingers there. Had plenty of time and plenty of space over the middle. Just not able to make good catch on it. Terrell tried to get Flower Mound moving there early. Now maybe going to change his play call up a little. Now Terrell takes a snap, gives it off to Ellison, has some space, and now there's going to be a flag on the play here. I believe it is going to be holding here. Yeah, it's going to be holding. And the penalty is declined as they're going to take the 3rd down and 10 instead of the long 2nd down. A huge 3rd down here. They get the ball back. Flower Mound will have plenty of time to be able to score here. Lewisville needs to be able to get this 1st down here. Big situation here in the 2nd quarter with about 5 minutes remaining. Terrell's ready to take the snap. Has a guy moving in Sanders. Terrell takes a snap. Tries to run, has some open space, and he gets bottled up, and he's able to break the tackle and make the throw. He catches it. He's just going to be about a couple yards short there of the 1st down. He would have been able to almost able to get the 1st down. Terrell tries to make a play out of it, almost getting sacked. He breaks out of the sack, makes a quick throw, but isn't able to. When he makes the throw, they're able to connect to the 1st down. So it's going to be a 4th down here, and it looks like Flower Mound's going to get the ball back, have plenty of time on the clock to be able to score. That's huge here as they are going to receive that 2nd half kickoff. Actually, Terrell is going to take up here, and it's going to be a bit of a weaker kick. Going to let it bounce out. And they're going to have it here about the 36-yard line. As Flower Mound is pumped about that one, being able to stop Flower Mound there. That is a play by Harwell, who got him pinned at the 3. Lewisville was only able to get 1 1st down. And then they get a couple of stops, make it 3rd and 10. And then they get that final stop as they do gain 8, but they stop him before that first down and force a punt there by Lewisville. That's huge here as they now have 4 minutes to work with, 4-minute offense in the 2nd quarter. It's knotted up 14-14. As you now have moving out right, that's Jensen. Leaning blocker there for Mulkey. Good block there by Jensen. And Mulkey gets a couple, about 7 yards here as he's pumped up. As Flower Mound still moving click is Erdman. As Erdman's going to take the snap, hand it off to Porter. Have some space, some good blocks. Able to easily get the 1st down. And a new set of chains for Flower Mound. Minute in. Got about 3 minutes left. Handoff once again to Porter. He's able to break a couple tackles, able to fight for about 7 yards. I mean, you've just seen that early here by Flower Mound. That last drive they had for the score, they just broke a couple tackles, kept fighting. Just seems that Lewisville's not been able to wrap up on their tackles so far. As now Mulkey's in the backfield. Mulkey takes the handoff. Good try to almost pursue, and he's able to stop enough for the entire Lewisville defense. Shut him down there for about a loss of 3 yards. It's about the whole entire Lewisville defense is about to able to get the tackle here. About 6 players able to wrap up Mulkey there. So we now have a player down on the field. Seems to be a Farmer. As there's actually 2 players down at the field now. Number 2, Jenkins, is down. As now we're going to come back here after they get this all settled down here on LSMN. Tied 14-14. And welcome back here to the LSMN Game of the Week between the Jaguars and Lewisville. So that was Duncan down on the field. He was able to walk up on his own will there for the Farmers. Hopefully he's okay. So now it's a big third down opportunity here. 3rd and 6, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. This is Erdman's now taking their time here. Big third down. As they now have Jensen moving out right. Leading blockers for Erdman. Able to get a couple guys down, and he's going to be probably about a yard short of the first down as they do mark him there at about the 39. As the Farmont offense is going to stay on the field here for 4th and 1. Be about 4th and 2. As they give it off to Mulkey, and he's going to get wrapped up here by Lewisville. And it's a stop there on 4th down. As now we just ball now. Lewisville's got a chance to score here with about 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter. So now we went from Flower Mound having their chance to score, and now Lewisville's going to have a chance to score here at the end of the first half. Both sides playing really well so far. Really close game. Closer than years past in this game they've had so far. Last year's a bit of a breakaway by Lewisville. So far in this game, it's been really neck and neck on both sides. As Terrell hands it off to Ellison. Ellison has some space here, able to get down and break a couple tackles here down at the 45. It was a good first run here by Lewisville. And he handed off, breaks a couple tackles there. Finally gets taken down by 3 Jaguars. Terrell hands it off to Ellison again. Ellison has a little bit more space, but he's not able to, and there's going to be a flag on the play here. The flag's going to be on Lewisville. It's going to be holding. Now they're going to move back. Now it's going to be a long first down for Lewisville. It's going to be 1st and 20. Flags are going to cost you. They're going to have to make up a lot of room here. Now the Jags have 2 safeties back, trying to prevent that long play here. Not going to let them make the yards. Now Terrell has an open backfield. Terrell with a quick pass out to Lewis. Lewis cuts, tries to make a move, is able to gain 4 yards there at the last second dive. Now it's going to be about 2nd and 16. Minute 35 left here in this second quarter. So now Ellison's back out there. Got about minute 15. Really letting that time run as Terrell takes a snap here. Terrell tries to find some space. Breaks a couple tackle, breaks another one. Good athleticism on his end. Going to come out here at about, it's going to be a long 3rd and 12. So now the clock is going to stop as he went out of bounds. Going to be a long 3rd down here. See what Lewisville wants to do. Terrell now is back with Ellison on his left. As he moves him outside. Moves into that right receiver spot. Has him in the middle. Throws to Kirby instead, and he's not able to get the first down. But they will go for it here on 4th down. So now Terrell is back here, still with Ellison behind him. Big 4th down here. 43 seconds and ticking. Lewisville's still going to take his time. Now they're going to call timeout here. Now they're going to 38 seconds. Timeout on the field by Lewisville. Big play here. 4th down and 3. 14-14 here to end this with about 38 seconds left in this second quarter. If Lewisville's able to get the first down, they'll have the field goal opportunity. If Flower Mound's able to stop them, they'll have to get about 30-plus yards to have at least a field goal opportunity. But 38 seconds might just let the clock tick out, especially with them receiving the kick in the second half. On Lewisville's end, they're probably just going to try to get this quick first down, maybe attempt a long field goal. They have 1 timeout remaining. Flower Mound's still yet to use a timeout. Could maybe see that if they decide to, if they do get the ball back and they decide to maybe try to go downfield. Going to be a short yard situation. Flower Mound been able to run the ball pretty well. We'll see if they want to do it here in an obvious running situation. As Flower Mound's ready for Lewisville to get back out there, as they now do. Fourth down and 3. Ellison in the backfield with Terrell. Has a couple guys out right. As is now it's going to get now going to be a timeout on the Flower Mound end. Basil doesn't like what he sees on the Flower Mound defense. Back-to-back timeouts, one from Lewisville and another one here by Basil as he doesn't like what he sees lined up on both sides. 38 seconds remaining. This has been a great first half here as Kirby got the first touchdown for Lewisville as he got in from a pass play. And then Mulkey came back for Flower Mound on a 1-yard rush. And then Ellison was able to get in for Lewisville on a rush play. And then, of course, Erdman had to get in the fun for Flower Mound to tie this one up 14-14. As now Flower Mound sends their defense back out as Lewisville does their offense. Now 4th and 3. Terrell in the backfield with Ellison. He's got a guy moving, fakes the handoff, and Terrell has some space up the middle and is able to get the first down. Breaks a couple more tackles. Able to get about a 6-yard gain-ish. Clock is still ticking here for Lewisville. See if they want to do something quick here. Try to gain some extra yards for maybe a field goal attempt. 17 seconds left and ticking. Terrell takes the low snap. Has some time. Moves in the pocket. Throws it out here. Able to find a man down to the left and able to get down at about the 9. As that's Philip Patterson there with the catch. A couple moves out there at the 14, excuse me, not the 9. But the 15 actually. Because now with the clock stopped, it looks like Lewisville's going to go end zone maybe here. We're going to try to go for a quick play and then a timeout maybe there for the kick. We'll see. Terrell's backed up there with Ellison. Terrell tries to go for a quick pass out here to the right, and he's able to catch it. And it's a touchdown here at the end of the half. Lewisville gets on the board late. See this quick pass play here for the Terrell outright. Just not the best coverage, and a great catch there by Jaden Hardy. And it's a touchdown here at the end of the half with no time left on the clock. The Farmers are looking to go 21-14 here into the half. What an event we have here as they get the last second touchdown on a quick post route out right there. And they're going to miss the PAT attempt, and it's going to be 2014. What a turn of events. So we're going to go 2014 into half. Lewisville up. Great half on both sides, really. Just good back and forth football. We're going to go in. Lewisville Flower Mound will receive the second half kickoff. As we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week.
Looking for the new hotspot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 and the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all. for the new hotspot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33. Food for all.
And welcome back to the LSMN Game of the Week between the Lewisville Fighting Farmers and the Flower Mound Jaguars, as the Farmers are up 20-14 here after they scored a touchdown at the end of the first half and then missed the PAT. So we're coming in here. I mean, great half on both sides. Lewisville was able to get that touchdown at the end of the first half there, and then Flower Mound's going to have a chance to get those points back as they're going to receive the kick. And then while we have the time here right before they do the kickoff, scores around LASD as Marcus is up 16-0 in Hebron's homecoming game. And then the Colony is also playing Den Ryan, who's second in 5A, and they're down 24-3 at halftime. As Flower Mound enters field once again, going to receive the kick. They had some great offensive possession, especially their one in the middle of that second quarter there. I mean, you just had that Walker Mulkey, and then you also had Allison, who just, I mean, ran pretty well. I mean, that combination where they switched between Erdman and then Allison and then Mulkey throughout the backfield running the ball, I mean, it just works really well against this Lewisville defense. We'll see if this Lewisville defense switches anything up here as they take it out to about the 25. Mulkey is pumped up there after that kick return. Basil's going to talk it over here before the offense gets on field here. I'm sure he was pleased with that first half. As Addison Wells is going to be the one to be in the backfield here to start first half for second half for Flower Mound. They're going to switch things up here. Move wideouts out right. Wells fake the hands off out here. Mulkey has some space. Pushes the guy forward, pushing the guy downfield all the way to the 50. Mulkey just pushes that guy all the way downfield, basically just 5 yards from the 45 to the 50. Just showing pure strength there. Now he's going to set up out right. Erdman's going to take the snap, hold it up, hand it off to Wells. Wells is going to try to find some space out right and is just going to lose about a yard as Lewisville swarms on him. As Brian Perez gets the tackle. As it's going to be about 2nd and 11 here. As Flower Mound's going to take their time a bit here. Wells is in the backfield. Jensen moving to the right, blocking off left, and here's Wells, tries to find some space, and then a good wrap up there by Lewisville. And we get about a 6-yard gain. Gonna have about 3rd and 6 here. So now Mulkey is in the backfield. Wells is going to move out right. They just swap position. Third and 6. Here after the opening kick of the second half. Jensen moves out left. blocking for Erdman. Mulkey is there too. Tries to cut back, not able to, and just tries to fight back to get to the line of scrimmage. And Flower Mound's going to bring out the punt team here, because they're not able to do anything after the opening second half kickoff, and Lewisville is going to get the ball right back here to start the second half. Flower Mound had that big play there by Mulkey down the left side. Wasn't able to create anything much after that. As Lewisville is going to let this one bounce, and it's going to take a friendly bounce as it bounces back to the 20. They're going to have to drive 80 yards here to get a score. It's 20-14 here with 9 minutes and 48 seconds left here early in the third quarter. As now Terrell and his offense is going to come back on the field. They had a good first half. I mean, just work through that running game as they've been all year, and then they use that running game to create some play-action passes. That first touchdown actually came off a play-action pass there by Lamar Kirby, who's open downfield for Terrell. I'm sure we'll see more of that running with that pass play as well, as he hands it off to Elison here. Tries to find some space, cuts back all the way to the 40. A good run there to start for Lewisville. So Ellison gets a 20-yard gain here to start the second half for the Farmers. Ellison had himself a half. I mean, just running all over the field. Whatever the Farmers wanted to do on offense, running the ball, he was there. I mean, just found the holes from his O-line that created them. Even had some plays out in space to the right and left. So now we have a guy in motion. Terrell fakes it, gives it off to Ellison instead. Ellison cuts back, has some open space down on the right side of the field here. Cuts back to make a man miss and just goes out of bounds right there at about the 39-yard line. Another good run by Ellison. 2 runs, 2 big chunk plays for the Farmers. So we see here as he cuts back in from his hole in his own line, he's able to get down to the field. Here as Harwell makes the tackle there and finally at the 39-yard line. As Terrell's ready to take the snap once again, decides to look back and talk to his coach. Take their time a bit here after 2 big plays to start the second half here for the Farmers. Terrell fakes the handoff. Quick little pass play. There to Kenril Sorrells, Jr., his second catch of the night. Able to get a quick play there on first down. Able to gain about 4 yards, 3 yards. 2nd and 7. As Terrell takes a snap here, runs it for himself, has some space here on the right side, cuts back, has some more space, able to fight through just to gain some extra yards, still fighting, just goes down, still able to get the first down there. Good run there by Terrell, really not giving up. I mean, there's that dual threat play there. He's been able to throw the ball well. Of course, had that long pass play for the first touchdown. Now he's just kind of running all over the field here. Now we have a fresh set of chains here as Lewisville's moving the ball quick here. Take the snap, give it off to Ellison. Ellison runs through the gap here, kind of just piling through this time, showing that he's got that strength too as well. Another big gain here on first down. Both teams are starting to go no huddle here. Of course, we have Flower Mound who's been doing that all night, but now Lewisville has started to do it a little. Lewisville's kind of just adapting with whatever the coach is saying on the fly. See if they go for a pass play here with that short second down. Takes a snap and gives it off to Ellison instead. Going with what's working so far and just piles through to the 5 now. Ellison having himself a drive, really just working it downfield all by himself so far here tonight. As he takes a snap, just has a big hole up the middle. Of course, there's Harwell again, who's obviously had a good night already. Already has a pick in the first half. Now the Farmers on the 4 on their first drive. 1st and goal, 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Terrell here again. Gives it off to Ellison once again, and he has a hole, and there's the touchdown. You kind of expected it after how well of a drive he had here. Just has a hole there on the right side, created by that O-line, making Ellison have a good night. So another touchdown here for Lewisville. So they go up 26-14. I mean, that drive was just all Ellison. Had 2 big runs, and then just after that, just able to grind through those last 20 yards about. Now Lewisville's going to go for 2, try to get this game tied up, and it's going to be Hardy there to take it in on that Wildcat formation, and they're able to get 2. Make this a full 2-touchdown lead. Now it's 28-14, able to get that PAT back that they had missed at the end of the first half. I mean, it's just a great drive. Byron Elson having himself a night. Really just pounding the rock. And that great big O-line that Lewisville has had just opened up some gaps for him. He got it, just made it work after he got past them. Made a couple guys miss. Just a simple drive. Just the Jags didn't really have any answer for it. See if they're going to be able to bounce back here. Their first drive really didn't go that far. Seems that Wells is going to be on the field here. He's had a pretty good night for the Jags. Of course, Mulkey's had a great night. I'm sure he's going to be back out there when they get their offense out there. Of course, Mulkey is almost always out there. Any offensive type, special teams, offense, Mulkey's always out there for the Jags. I mean, he's that leader at senior. Freddie Joya is ready to take the kick here for the Jags. And they're just going to let the kick go into the end zone here. It's going to be a touchback. As we're going to have the ball at the 1st and 10, 25-yard line after the touchback. See if the Jags change anything up after that first drive they had here in the second half. Didn't go too well. Erdman out there. Now Porter's back in the backfield for the Jags. Of course, been taking snaps back and forth with Wells tonight. And it's a fake bit of an option play here for Erdman, and he just gets wrapped up quickly by this Lewisville defense. As it's Carter there with the tackle. As Erdman's ready to take the snap again. Gives it off to Porter. Porter has some space on the left side. Able to gain about 3 yards here on 2nd down. Now the Jags have 4 guys out on the wide receivers. Maybe a pass play here coming. Erdman takes a snap, rolls out right, tries to throw the ball, and it almost goes straight in the hands of the Lewisville defense. That's number 5, Nwoku. Almost makes the pick there. That would have been huge for Lewisville, as they would have had the ball at about the 38-yard line. So now the Jags are going to be forced to punt once again. 2 drives here in the second half, not anything to show for it so far. Call for the fair catch there, about the 31. It's about Gibbs. Gibbs is going to call for the fair catch there, and they're going to get the ball at the 31. See what Terrell and his offense is going to have to do this time around. After getting that touchdown on the first drive, it was all Ellison that last drive there for Lewisville. They just kept handing it to him, and it kept working. Lewisville can almost really start to put this game out of reach with a score here. So now Xavier Lewis is out at running back for the Farmers. See what the Farmers want to do. Fake the snap. Terrell has it. Has some space up the middle. Able to easily gain the first down there. So the Farmers are going to continue to talk to the coach, figure out these plays quickly. As Lewis is still in the backfield for the Farmers. Sanders moves out right. And Terrell still has it. Plenty of time in the pocket. Really nothing pressuring him, and he's not able to make the throw there to Gibbs. There is a flag on the field. It seems to be right where Gibbs was almost about to make the catch there for the Farmers. Be holding there on the Jag side. Automatic first down for the Farmers. As they're now going to get the ball here at Jag's 46-yard line. Lewis is still in the backfield for the Farmers. Yet to see Ellison after his great drive last time. Hands it off to Lewis. Lewis almost able to break out of the tackle there. Gets a few yards on first down. Almost breaks out of it. Be another holding. This time on Lewisville. Now the Farmers are going to move back. It's going to be a long first down. Now it's going to be first down and 20. Throw. Ready to take the snap. Throw. Hands it, runs it this time, has some open space, cuts back in through the middle of the field, cuts back around, has some open space here on the left side, down the sideline, all the way down to the 25 and out of bounds there. At the 20, what a run by him. He ran from one side to the other. Look at this, cuts through the middle here, almost runs backwards and then runs back down the left side of the field here, able to get all the way to the 20-yard line. What a run. Just Ethan Terrell just showing that offensive ability he has with his legs. Terrell hands it off to Lewis this time. Lewis has a hole there. Able to get a solid gain here on first down. So now it's going to be about 2nd and 5. As Terrell seems to have his play now. Now Ellison checked in the game here for the Farmers. As Terrell has a lead blocker here. Finds some space, breaks through a tackle, tries to spin, and he fumbles it at the 4. And the Jags are able to recover it. Jags get their 2nd turnover of the game. As number 3, Mason McDonald gets the fumble recovery, and the Jags are going to get the ball here at the 3-yard line. A huge turnover as the Farmers were about to score. That's going to be huge here. Big momentum shifter. Terrell try to make something happen there. About at the 3, and then he goes for a spin move, and he just drops it. And the Jags are able to recover it. Because now the Jags are going to work out of their own end zone here. As Farmers look to almost bring pressure. It's a quick run here for Porter, and he's able to get them some space to work with. About a 7-yard gain. Be 2nd and 3 here. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. As Erdman takes his time once again. Erdman takes a snap, gives it off to Porter, and it gets gobbled up right away. As Bandy is right there for the Farmers. Now it's going to be a 3rd down once again for the Jags. 3rd and 5. So they have to get it here. As Erdman goes quick. Now he takes his time. Big 3rd and 5 for the Jags. Erdman takes a snap, holds it, throws it, and has a guy over the middle, and he just drops it. Almost just too low of a pass there by Erdman. The Jag isn't able to get his hands on it. As Jason Welch is there almost trying to make the catch, trying to work with what he was given. Not able to take the catch, and now the Jags are going to have to punt out of their own 9. After getting the fumble recovery, they're not able to do anything with it. And the Farmers almost get to the punt. Drops back here. Lewisville runs it up about the 34-yard line, 39-yard line. Now the Farmers are going to have the ball once again here in Jags territory. Ethan Terrell had a great run there as he got down to about the 20-yard line. The last drive the Farmers had. And then he made another good run, and he just fumbled it at the end there by the 3-yard line. Now he comes back out here. With Ellison as running back. He cuts into the middle. Tries to spin out of a tackle. Able to get a few extra yards. So he's going to get about a 4-yard gain here on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 6 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. 28-14 Farmers. Terrell takes a snap here, hands it off to Ellison. Ellison has some space to the left, finds a way through, down to the corner. Almost one man to beat and just gets pushed out there by Harwell. About the 6-yard line there for Ellison, who has had another great run tonight. And then Cade Harwell with another good tackle, who's had himself a night on the defensive end for the Jags. A lot of work to do. So now the Farmers have the ball in the red zone once again. Here, 1st and goal. Terrell takes a snap, gives it off to Allison to the left. He cuts in, makes a couple man miss, tries to spin and reach for the end zone, but he's going to be down at about the 1. For Ron Ellison, just having himself a night so far. Really been all of the Farmers' offense so far here in the second half. That and a little bit of Terrell, and it's been good on both sides running the ball for both of them. As Terrell's ready to take the snap here at about the 1. 2nd goal, and he fumbles the snap a little, and he's able to pick it up and just recover it as they're going to lose yardage here. Because they're going to go back to originally where they were here on 3rd. As Terrell just bobbles the snap a little, is able to pounce on it. That's just a couple times now where just Terrell's had a hard time controlling the ball here in the final few yards before the end zone. This time it doesn't cost him like it did last time. And now about a 3rd and 7. Clock ticking down. 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. As Terrell takes a snap, fakes it to Ellison, looks around, has some space to the left, tries to man his people downfield, throws the ball, doesn't have anybody. Shut down by the Jags defense. There'll be 1 second left in the clock here in the third quarter. As now the Farmers are going to bring in their kick team. Try to go up 31-14 here at the end of the third quarter. And it's almost blocked there, and he missed to the right. Another missed kick here by the Farmers kicker. And this one will be a miss of 3 points, and it'll stay 28-14 here at the end of the third quarter. As we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week for the fourth quarter.
Looking for the new hot spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
Back here on LSMN Game of the Week between the Jaguars and the Farmers. As the Farmers had 2 opportunities to score here after they got that first touchdown here in that third quarter, and missed both of them as they fumbled the ball at the 3-yard line. And then after the Jags weren't able to do anything after that fumble recovery, they missed the field goal attempt to make it go 31-14, and it stays at 28-14 here at the start of the fourth quarter. So now the Jags will have the ball about the 20. So it's a quick pass here to Mulkey. Mulkey breaks a couple tackles, tries to get down the right, but a quick 9-yard gain. As they're actually going to give him the first down here. Going to be about a 10-yard gain as he fights through. As they're moving in hurry up. Erdman hands it off to Wells. Wells tries to cut back, looks for a blocker, has some space down the left side of the field, and then gets taken out there by Perez. Another good run by Wells, who's had himself a pretty good night here for the Jags. Erdman in hurry up once again. This time he looks to throw. Tries to scramble out right, doesn't have anybody, and just throws it away. As Erdman just looks to his sideline, try to decide what they want to do here on 2nd and 10. After that play they tried to have in first down didn't work. Erdman tries to take the snap here. Lewisville looked like they were going to bring pressure. There, about 10 seconds left on the play clock here for the Jags. Get the snap off. Hand it off to Wells. Wells doesn't have anywhere to go and is wrapped up there by Garcia Johnson. And Wells goes down a bit hard there. So now he's going to come out here for Beck Anderson. He's had a pretty good night. Hopefully he's okay. As Erdman has an empty back, has his tight end lined up just in front of him. Basically an empty backfield here on 3rd and long. 3rd and 12. He backs up. Has plenty of time in the pocket. He looks to throw to his right. Has a wide receiver. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. There's Mulkey once again. A great catch. Had to come back to the ball. Laid out and was able to make the catch on a bit of a low throw there by Erdman. Jags moving quick once again. Knowing they have to, down 2 possessions here in the 4th quarter. Erdman looks out left. Runs the ball, has some space. Scrambling out right, gets a couple yards here. So now Porter's going to come into the game as Beck Anderson comes back out. Porter's had a pretty good night here at running back. Just good power running back as he's been all season. Erdman takes the snap, gives it off, and he fakes it out here. Bit of an option. Erdman fumbles it there, able to pick it straight back up. Another great pursuit there by that Lewisville defense. Hands it off, a bit of an option play. Erdman tries to cut back, just not able to, then loses it a bit. As Nabucco makes a good tackle there for the Farmers. As Erdman now takes his time here on 3rd down. Porter in the back. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here. 4th down territory for the Jags. No, they have 2 downs to work with. Quick pass, has some space open here. Number 2, Welsh. Jason Welsh has some space in the middle of the field and is able to score. As Jags get the touchdown they needed. Just breaks through a couple of guys there. Has some space in the middle of the field after that and gets the score for the Jags. Really kind of just threaded the needle for that pass there from Erdman. And then just had that space in the middle of the field. So touchdown Jaguars. Now it's 28-20 pending the PAT. As Candelaria is ready to take the PAT. And it's up and it's good for the Jags. As it's going to be 28-21 after the score. And here comes the touchdown once again. Really threads the needle there and then just has all that space to work with after the Farmers thought they were going to get the tackle. 28-21 Farmers. Jags are right back in this game with 9 minutes left here to go in the 4th quarter. Just the pace of play there by the Jags. I mean, just working downfield. They were really just moving quick, knowing they had to score quick here in the 4th quarter. No huddle offense. Just work downfield. Really kept that Farmers defense on their toes. I mean, when you're running the ball, when they're running the ball and they're just running the ball a lot, and it just really mixes in the Farmers to really be ready for the run, and then when they throw the ball downfield, they're just not ready for it. It's kind of like what the Farmers did on their first drive. They were running the ball a lot, and then went with that play action pass, and it worked to perfection. The Jags did the same thing there. So now the Jags are right back into this. This one's going to back him up, and he is going to catch it, but he's just going to take it in the end zone. It's going to be 25 yards. Now the Jags defense has got to do their job. Jags can just get the stop here. They'll have especially plenty of time to work with. I'm sure the Farmers are just going to try to milk the clock as much as they can and move downfield. They know if they get a score, this game's just going to become just a little bit almost out of reach. They just have to work the clock. Farmers have to run the ball a lot here, so that O-line is going to be important once again. So it's been great so far here tonight. So they get the handoff straight to Ellison. Ellison has some space in the middle field, cuts to the middle, and then just keeps piling through, keeps fighting for extra yardage here. So they're finally going to blow the whistle as he gets all the way to about the 48-yard line here. As you can see, he cuts back in the middle, spins out of a tackle there, and then just keeps fighting for yardage. All the way to basically the 49-yard line, 44-yard line. Byron Ellison, of course, still keeping that spectacular night he's had so far tonight. Just keeps piling on. Just the Jags have really just had no answer for him on defense so far. As the Farmers milk that clock. Ready for this play once again. Trell hands it off to Ellison once again. Has some space here through the middle. And there's now the entire Jags defense is ready to tackle him there. About 6 guys on him. And another first down for the Farmers. Just moving the ball well here. The Jags are just no answer so far. I mean, this is a huge part of the game. If the Farmers are able to get a touchdown, this game becomes out of reach almost. The Jags just have no answer for Byron Ellison. Throughout this entire second half, they've had no answer. Just that O-line is doing a great job up front, making holes for Ellison, and then when he gets out in space, he's breaking tackles and using his speed. Trell hands it off to Ellison once again. Ellison tries to fight for a couple yards. This time the Jags shut it down. Going to be about 2nd and 8. 8 minutes now remaining in the fourth quarter. So they're going to take their time once again, milking that clock. Now Xavier Lewis comes in for Ellison. So the Farmers are ready once again. So they give it off to Lewis here on the right side. Tries to break out right, is able to. Gains a few yards. Goes out about at the 39-yard line. Going to be about 3rd and short here for the Farmers. About 3rd and 4. Crucial 3rd down here. The Jags can get the stop, bearing if Farmers do risk the 4th down. They can get the ball back, and they, of course, will still have plenty of time to score. And since Lewis went out of bounds, the clock does stop. Now a timeout is called here by the Farmers. So now they want to talk it over. And we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week. Welcome back here on the LSMN Game of the Week. Crucial third down here, 3rd and 4. Trell takes the snap, breaks out left, has some space, blockers in front of him, but he's got nowhere to go and the Jags wrap him up. A big stop here for the Jaguars. 4th down. Now the question is, will the Farmers offense stay on the field? Yes, they will. Now they've decided to take them right back out. So now they're going to bring out the punt team. It's a big decision there. Give the Jags the football back. As Great Satterfield is back to receive the kick. Now there's going to be about 6 minutes and 30 seconds left here for the Jags offense. Down 7. As he calls for the fair catch, there's Satterfield. Gets it about the 12-yard line, just about. Now the Jags have their chance. The defense steps up. Now the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game. Defense does their job. Will the offense do theirs? As Addison Wells comes back into the game. Didn't see him at the end of that last drive after he's got shaken up a bit. Glad to see he's back. As Erdman takes a snap for himself here. Has some space down the left side of the field here. Has some room to work. Down at the 39. A big gain here on 1st down. Takes the option play for himself. Erdman had some space to work here and then gets finally pushed out there at the 39. Jags to the line quick. Erdman takes a snap here. Goes for a throw and then gets pressured and then he finally just throws the ball away. Luckily, Jensen was out there in space. So it won't be intentional grounding, but we do have a man down on the field for the Jags. Now that's Jared Gibbs. We'll be right back here on LSMN after this.
Looking for the new hot spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
Welcome back here to LSMN Game of the Week. After that injury timeout, the Jags will have a 2nd and 10 at about the 40-yard line. Erdman comes back out with Wells, and then Mulkey goes all the way back out to the right, completely other side of the field. He takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Wells. Have some space in the middle here. Cuts for Brocker Jensen in front of him. Spins, and then the entire Farmer defense is there again. Erdman with 2 big runs here in this drive so far. He's using his blocker Jensen in front. And then finally the Farmers defense gets there. It's his 2nd big run of the drive so far. And the Jags are moving downfield here. 6 minutes remaining here in this 4th quarter. Erdman fakes it to Wells. Has the man over the middle. That's Welch. Another quick throw there. Run-pass option play. Now they're bringing it back up. They have the run-pass option play. Erdman decides to throw, and he had Welch right over the middle. Down at the 30. Erdman ready to take the snap once again. Hands it off to Wells this time, but the Jags defense is ready for it. So they're just going to probably lose just about a yard there on first down. It's going to be second and about 11. 5 minutes and about 30 seconds left. Erdman ready to take the snap. Fakes it to Wells. Tries to go down deep to Welsh, and it just bounces away. Good coverage there. That's Deontay Moss with the coverage there for the Farmers. Good pass breakup. So now the Jags are going to have a long 3rd and 11, knowing they need the touchdown. As Wells comes back out of the field. Now he gets pushed back into the play. I think he just went to his coach to communicate something. This is 4th down territory, so you have 2 downs to work with. No need to just go for the first down on this play. Now after some communication, Coach Basil decides to take a timeout. As this is a big situation. We have 3rd and 11, 5 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Jags are down a touchdown. This is 2 down territory, as I said before. Just got to get the first down. You could maybe see a switch up here, as they like to do earlier, where they put Mulkey in the backfield. And just used him as a running option, just to kind of mix up the plays a little and catch Lewisville on their toes. Or you can see another one of those run-pass option plays they like to do. Or just the running option plays with Erdman or Erdman with Wells. We'll see what they want to do here this time. As Mulkey goes out right, and it'll be Wells and Erdman in the backfield here on 3rd and 11. Erdman takes a snap here in 3rd and 11, finds Welsh, gets those yards back, and now it's going to be a short 4th down. Crucial 3rd down here for the Jags. They have to get this. The game is on the line here with about 5 minutes and ticking. So Erdman looks ready. Now it's going to be a timeout for Lewisville. And now that we have the time here, Hebron just got a touchdown here at about 1 minute and 38 seconds left in the 3rd, and they get the game 16-7 now. Marcus still has the lead. It's going to be a big game, as those 2 teams always at the top, especially for Lewisville. Lewisville, if they want to stay at the top, they need Marcus to fall down in the rankings a bit, as those 2 teams are supposed to be projected at the top here this year, Marcus and Lewisville. And then it goes Hebron, Flower Mound. Those were the projections coming into district. Obviously, this game has implications as well. Flower Mound does have a tough part of their schedule here, as they're going to have, of course, they have to finish off this game with Lewisville, down 7 here with about 5 minutes left in the 4th. And then next week they have the Battle of the Mound, of course, against Marcus. 2 of the best teams in district. They have to play back-to-back weeks. Huge part of their schedule. Focused on winning this one right here. As Erdman comes back onto the field with Wells. Let's see what they want to do here. Only need to gain 3 yards. Biggest play of the game right here. Erdman ready to take the snap. Has a guy in motion. Hands it off to him to the right side. Tries to go for a pass play. Has the guy over the top, and it's caught. The pass play there by Mulkey. They handed it off to Satterfield, and he makes the throw himself. straight into Mulkey's hands over the top. And Flower Mound gets the big first down here, as now Mulkey moves into the backfield here. Ready for the ball, has some space, and it's going to be probably a false start here on Flower Mound. Actually going to be too many men on the field here for Lewisville. Now a timeout is called by Lewisville. For that. There's actually no flag on the field, and Lewisville just called a timeout. And we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week. Welcome back to LSMN Game of the Week here, as it's 1st and goal here from the 9 for the Jags, after the big pass play they had on 4th down and 3. So now they have Wells in the backfield. Hands it off to Wells, and the former defense is right there. As Johnson is right there once again for the Farmers. He's had a pretty good night. As now Mulkey moves into the backfield, trying to figure out play here. See what he does. He's definitely moved back and forth between wide receiver and running back throughout the night. Seems like he's going to line up as a running back this time. And then their big tight end is out to the left. Could be a lead blocker on a run play here. But they decide to move Mulkey out to the right. Farmers moving coverage. Erdman has the play. Erdman rolls out right. He tries to find Mulkey. Mulkey in the end zone, tries to go for the one-handed catch, but 2 Farmers are there. Erdman rolls out right here and then just throws kind of into double coverage, and he's just lucky that wasn't intercepted there by Buriel. There for the Farmers. Because now it's going to be a 3rd down and goal here. Still 2-down territory, knowing they have to get the touchdown here. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. I have to get 12 yards to the end zone. No first down. So now they have Mulkey back in the backfield. I hand it off to him. Actually, Erdman takes it himself. Rolls out right. Tries to find a pass play, but it's bottled up there, and he drops it. And it's picked up by the Farmers. But they're going to say it's a pass. It's going to be an incomplete pass here. He fakes off the handoff. Erdman rolls out right, and they're going to say he threw the ball instead of him fumbling it. There's going to be a flag on the field as well. Intentional grounding here for the Jags. Be 4th down. It's going to be a long 4th down here for the Jags. Fourth down and 20. They have to score. It's end zone or nothing. See what they want to bring out here. Maybe going to need one of those trickery plays once again. Potter's in the backfield. As the whistle gets blown, it's going to be a flag. Flag on Flower Mound once again. Just going to keep backing this one up here for the Jags. Now it's going to become 4th and 25. Once again, it is 4th and goal, so they have to go end zone here. Erdman back again with Porter. Erdman rolls out, rolls in the middle, tries to go end zone here to Mulkey, and he does make the catch, but he's going to be short of the end zone. Right at the 4. And they're not going to get it, and it's going to be Farmer's ball here with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. That might have been the nail in the coffin. The flags really cost the Jags. They're just not able to do anything when you get those big penalties there. Had the pass to Mulkey there, had him open. Once again, and he's almost been all night just finding that open space, and he was just 3 yards too short from the end zone. So now they're probably going to run this bowl out, most likely. The Farmers will. Hands it off to Allison. Allison runs through and pounded. Jags still have 2 timeouts. There'll be a flag on the play as well. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Lewisville. That's going to drop this ball back. There's also going to timeout called on the field by the Jags as well. 3 minutes remaining here. The Farmers are up 28-21 with the ball. Jags still only have 1 timeout to work with. 2nd and 10. Meaning they'll probably get about a minute and a half to work with if they're able to stop them. Still have to stop them 2 times. Luckily, it is 2nd and 21 after that unsportsmanlike penalty. Interesting to see what the Farmers are going to do here. They're going to either go with trying to get the first down, or they're just going to keep pounding the ball and try to make the Jags use their timeouts and milk that clock. As Allison's in the backfield for the Farmers. He's had himself a night so far. See what they want to do. Hand it off to Allison here. He cuts back into the middle. Able to gain about 6 of those yards back. And it's going to be timeout here by Flower Mound. Stop that clock with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 21. If they were to stop him, you get about 2 minutes and change left. So the Jags still might have a chance here on offense if they're able to stop the Farmers here on 3rd down. This Jags defense has really shown up here in this last quarter, just able to stop this Farmers offense, was working well there in that 3rd quarter with Allison, and then a bit here in the 4th quarter, but they've really shown up here. Definitely interesting to see what the Farmers want to do. It's either they're going to go for the first down, or they're going to milk some more clock off with a run. Decide which strategy that Michael Odell wants to do. And now it's the big 3rd down. 3rd and 15. Farmers have the ball. 28-21, 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. well to take the snap. Has a man in motion. Hands it off to Ellison. Ellison has some space. Almost able to get to the first down, but he's short by 2 yards. It's going to be about a couple yards short here of the first down, and the Farmers are going to bring out their punt team, and the Jags have another chance to score as Sauterfield comes out to receive the kick with 2 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. The Jags will have yet another chance to score here and tie this game up in the fourth quarter. Punt this ball. Sauterfield's going to let it bounce in front of him. Rolls around. The ball's going to be at about a 38. The Jags will have to go 62 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, no timeouts. Need a touchdown. Yale Erdman's going to have to use that arm of his. They're going to have to work downfield quick here. 2-minute offense with no timeouts. Wide receivers are going to have to be ready to go out of bounds. Lewisville defense is just going to have to contain what the Jaguars are going to do. They can't let up any big pass plays. Need to keep things short, because that will milk the clock more and make sure they don't go out of bounds. Errol Erdman takes a snap in the empty backfield, goes for a quick pass out here to Mulkey. Gets a quick 5-yard gain as the clock is moving. The Jaguars move quick here. 1:55 and counting with that quick pass play to Mulkey on first down. Erdman's ready to take the snap once again. And they fumble the snap here right in front. It's actually just going to most likely be a false start here on the Jags. See what they're going to call. Luckily for the Jags, that will stop the clock here for a second. See what refs want to call. There will be no flag on the field, and we'll wave the flag off. So it's basically a free timeout for the Jag, but they will. A long third down here, if they're calling that as a fumble. Refs are just discussing it over. Now we get back underway. They're just going to call that play back, and it will be 2nd and 3. After all that, we're back to 2nd and 3. 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining. Almost a free timeout for the Jags, essentially. Yale Erdman takes the snap. Back looks. Has some space in the middle, but gets wrapped up, and he fumbles the ball. It's almost picked up there by the Jags, as they will recover. They will keep the ball. Clock is still running. You see here, Erdman just rolls and loses the ball. Almost, and then gets kicked around as the guy doesn't pick it up instantly. But now Erdman rolls out left. Erdman has a man open. That's Welsh. Welsh gets the first down, and he is out of bounds. The clock will stop here. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining. First down and 10. Erdman's going to have essentially an empty backfield once again. Jensen is tight end right in front of him to his right. Erdman takes a snap. Erdman looks to his right, has a man, that's Mulkey. Does he get his feet in bounds? Yes, he does. He makes the catch. Another big gain here. And he gets pushed out of bounds once again. The clock stops. Erdman with this throw to his lead wide receiver, Mulkey. Goes up and gets it and gets both feet in bounds. Erdman takes a snap here. Looks to his left, throws deep to his left. There's Welch. Welch goes up and it gets bobbled out of his hands. Good coverage there by Brian Perez. As they go deep there, the clock stopped once again. 1 minute remaining, 2nd down and 10. Now we have a man down on the field. Will be an injury timeout. We'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week.
Looking for the new hot spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
As Erdman takes a snap, has the man in the middle, that's Welsh, and Welsh makes the catch there once again. He's been the man of the drive so far. As Erdman moves quick once again, that clock is running, 45 seconds left here, 3rd and 2. Has the man to the left, goes to Welsh again and he bobbles it. Pass incomplete. The clock will stop, 39 seconds left, 4th and 2 for the Jaguars. Excuse me, 3rd and 2 for the Jaguars. Erdman takes a snap here. Gets pressure, moves out of the pocket, just throws it away. It will be 4th down. Clock will stop. The line judge has it as had it as 3rd down on that play, but they're saying it will. Saying that was a turnover and downs is now the Lewisville offense will come out of the field. And there will be a turnover and downs there. As that, it might have just wrapped it up. No timeouts, 28-21, 34 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Lewisville will go in victory formation. And they will take the kneel. And that will be it for tonight. The Farmers will win this one, 28-21. So the clock ticks down. What a game. Flower Mound had every chance to win that game. That last drive there came down to the last play. But all in all, this Lewisville defense was just too much to handle for the Jaguars, as Byron Elson had a great game, running the ball like crazy downfield, made some great plays. Same with Ethan Terrell. He used his legs really well this game. But still nothing to look shy on for the Jaguars. They had a great game, played some really tough competition tonight. as Jaguars will improve to 3-1 on the early season, go 1-0 in district, and then the Jaguars will fall to 0-4 and 0-1 in district play so far. Thank you for watching tonight. I'm Brendan Selke. We'd like to thank our director, Haley Baker, and our TD, Harley Smith, and our producers, Brandon Jackson and Patrick Beals. And join us next time, October 14th, for Hebron and Flower Mound. For LSMN Game of the Week, I'm Brendan Selke.